Hi everyone. I just wanted to quickly do a video to kind of explain my IV hydration. There was a question about it, and rather than like type out a long response, this is just easier to show it. So every day I do 2 liters of fluids, of IV fluids through my port. And I get it through my infusion company. They send me 2 shipments a week. They used to send me only 1 a week, but it was really, really heavy, so they started splitting it up into 2. And this is the bag that I get, and it has 2 liters of saline. It has zinc, pantothenic acid, which is B5, magnesium, potassium, and then it has 8.5 grams of amino acids and 5 grams of dextrose. Previously, before I started getting 2 liters, I was getting 1 liter of saline, and the amino acids I was getting were separate because you can get 1 liter bags of saline that come prepackaged, but 2 liters my infusion company has to make them up themselves, so it's just easier for them to add the amino acids right in instead of having a whole separate bag. And then to this bag, I add, just before I infuse, I add this syringe that has additional vitamins in it. This has B6, B12, and vitamin C. And the B vitamins are what make it like a reddish color, and it actually turns the fluid like a yellowy orange color. And the reason that it doesn't all come mixed already is that it's not as stable. All the vitamins and everything don't stay as stable when they're mixed. So it's better to have them separate and then mix them just before infusing. So, and my fluids I infuse with a portable pump. I have it's called an ambulatory pump, and this is a Curlin pump. This is the 4th kind of pump that I've had, and I also have a CAD pump that is, I think, in the other room, that I have used sometimes. And basically, I just hook up the bag. This is the old bag from yesterday, so I'll hook up the new bag after I put the syringe of vitamin in it, and the tubing goes into the pump here, and then I hook it up to me, and right now I run the fluids pretty fast. I run it in over about 6 hours, the 2 liters. I used to do it a lot slower. I used to do it at it took me between 12 and 16 hours usually to do it, but my doctor decided that it didn't really make a whole lot of sense for me to have to do it so slowly, and it was perfectly safe for me to do it faster, so she gave me permission to start trying it out, doing it faster. So it takes about 6 hours for me to do the 2 liters, and I just hook it all up with the pump and put it in. I have a whole bunch of different little backpacks. This is actually I guess it's called a hydration pack, that I got I think I got it at LL Bean, but you can get them at like REI and other like sporting goods stores. And it came with a reservoir that you can fill with water, and it has a tube so that like when you're hiking or biking or whatever, you have a tube right there that you can just drink water from. But I took that out, and it just has this very convenient little hole here that I just put the tubing through that so that it doesn't have to come out through the zipper part. And that works really well. I have another different hydration backpack also, and then I have a bunch of other backpacks that I use. So that's kind of the general gist of my IV fluids. I'm on the fluid part of it, mainly to treat dysautonomia. Medication has not really been very helpful for me in general, although now I'm on Mestinon, which has been helpful. So the fluid has been really great. It also helps me with a lot of other stuff, and just in general, it's been it's kind of what's kept me going when I've been really sick at times. And then the vitamins and minerals, I have a lot of trouble digesting and absorbing too much stuff, so even though I'm on a ton of supplements, the ones that I get in my IV, we know that they're making it into my body and being absorbed better, and it gives my stomach a little bit of a break. And then the amino acids were added when I was having a lot of trouble eating, and especially getting enough protein in, which is still kind of a struggle, because it's one of the harder things for me personally to digest, because one of my diagnoses is gastroparesis. So that makes it difficult for me to eat. And it's not very much amino acids that I get, but it's just enough to kind of, be a little bit of a boost, a little bit extra. So that's the gist of it. I may do another video later today on kind of other stuff of what's going on, but I just wanted to show you that. So I hope that's informative and helpful to some of you, and I'll talk to you soon.